Amanda Henry remembers her dad Robert in happier times.
So this one is New Year's party at my cousin's pub. His Tam O'Shanter hat, which he wore all the time.
She tries hard not to think of him at the end, withered by dementia, stricken with COVID in the East London care home where he died.
We trusted the government to protect all of us, especially the most vulnerable in our society, and they just didn't do it.
COVID-19 ravaged care homes across the country, places where tests and PPE were in short supply. People like Amanda will be watching closely as former Prime Minister Boris Johnson gives evidence about his actions at the time. The Privileges Committee isn't investigating whether Boris Johnson acted illegally with respect to those drinks gatherings in Downing Street that became known as Partygate. The police have already decided that he did. What's at issue here is whether he deliberately misled Parliament, lied to MPs when he told them at the time that no rules had been broken.
I'm sure that whatever happened, the guidance was followed and the rules were followed at all times.
At stake, potentially, is Johnson's future as an MP and his career in politics.
This really is high stakes, high pressure for Boris Johnson, because if he does get it wrong, it's game over, back to the drawing board. But if he is able to come away from this looking favourable, then who knows, the comeback might be back on after all. But I think the odds are stacked against him.
Boris Johnson intends to mount a robust defence. He'll point to advice he received from officials that drinks parties at the heart of government were work events, and therefore that he was unaware any rules were being broken. The committee will counter with evidence from Downing Street employees, including one quoting Johnson joking at an event that this is the most unsocially distanced gathering in the UK right now.
I don't think he should have a career in government. He shouldn't be an MP. After what he's done, it upsets me that he's not being held accountable.
Amanda and families across the country may have to wait years for the findings of an independent inquiry into the government's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. For now, the public grilling of the Prime Minister many feel let them down is the closest to vindication they can get. Jonah, Aljazeera, London.